Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing about our international life is in Enschede, or let me say the Netherlands for international students. And here with me is
Antonio
Yeah.
Korajac. I come from Croatia, third year physiotherapy student, and Rem invited me for this interview of like international student experience. So we're gonna see how it goes.
So today you'll be hearing from Antonio how his life has been in Netherlands and in Enschede and in Saxion, because he's a student from Saxion University here in Enschede. So Antonio, how are you doing today?
Good, I'm doing fine. It's a
Yeah.
loving, good Sunday.
Yeah, it's nice weather, but it was cold this morning and
Yeah.
now it's sunny. So
It was a big storm raining, for 10 minutes, then it
Yeah.
stopped. But
That's-
we're used to it already.
yeah, that's the Netherlands for you anyway. So let's go straight to the point.
Okay.
So Antonio, as an international student here in the Netherlands, how would you describe your experience?
Okay, I will say that it's rewarding, that I grew a lot as a person.
Yeah.
That like when you study and when you live alone, it's kind of difficult than just living with parents and studying.
Yeah, sure.
You need also to organize time for stuff you need to do at the place or the house.
Yeah.
But it's currently my third year, so I'm almost finished. I have fourth year just affiliations and then I'm done internships. I said it's been rewarding. I like studying in a different language, in English. So now we study in English, so we're also getting better at our English. And it's like an experience of both. And it's not just study. When you come and study as an international student, you meet new people, new culture. You have to get used to a lot of stuff, not just college.
Yeah.
So that's a very cool experience that I will always remember. And first I was a bit tempted, like, am I gonna be able to do everything in English? Maybe you were like the same. But with time you get better at English and then you just start learning, memorizing. And I would say that it's a very rewarding experience in general.
Yeah, okay. So what were your biggest fear or your biggest challenges in school, in the country, amongst international students, trying to mix with them, learn their culture and stuff?
One of my biggest challenges.
Yeah.
I think getting used to the culture,
Yeah.
because the Balkan culture is different from the Dutch culture.
Yeah, sure.
So like some stuff they do very differently and I was like illogical for me, and getting used to living alone and studying, getting used to the way of consistent studying, because in high school, let's be honest, I didn't do a lot. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but then when you come to college it's a different game. So getting used to consistent studying and
Yeah.
studying, understanding the material, just getting my discipline together, that was a challenge which I enjoyed. And sometimes there were burnouts of like you did too much one day,
Yeah.
then you have to learn how to balance it. But you don't learn how to balance it without the burnout.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
You first get a
got it
burnout.
right.
Then you realize, okay, this I cannot do this much, and I can do this much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And you
I
know your
challenge-
limits.
you need to test your limits and then
Yeah.
see how much you can go. But also some challenges. Meeting friends, it wasn't a challenge. I'm an extroverted person, but meeting friends, and just getting used to the people, how they function, who you want to hang out with, who you don't want to hang out, filtering people, basically building your community. But now that I'm third year, I have met a lot of people, and I can say that, when you come to another country, then I think you meet better friends than usual, because then you get to be who you want to be. And then with your personality, you attract people who are same as you almost,
Okay.
if you
So-
get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand you. So how did you adapt to the new culture here in the Netherlands?
So everybody is cycling here.
Okay, yeah, that's a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to cycle at my country. I went to high school with a bicycle, so I got used to that.
Yeah.
What else did I have to adapt to? I have to adapt to the weather. Yeah, you also have
That's
to adapt.
one thing.
That's one thing you should check. Bring warm clothes when you come. Adapting. I don't know. I think Dutch people are more introverted or to themselves than my Balkan people. Maybe it's a language barrier. I don't know. Could be.
Okay.
It wasn't that hard. It was just different, For me,
Yeah.
I was prepared that I'm going into a different culture, that I have to integrate, that I have to be different, that some principles in my country were not gonna be the same as here.
Yeah, that's it. That's sure.
And you also got the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Did you face any language barriers, and how did you overcome them?
So I can say that I know a bit of Dutch, kleine beetje.
Yeah, that's right.
A little bit. So I didn't learn Dutch. I wish I learned more. But language barriers. At the beginning, if we did this interview on the first, second day that I came to the Netherlands, I wouldn't be able to talk like this, you know?
Yeah.
My English developed with time. So it can be this better, so I can be fluent.
Okay.
Before I was looking for like words. I couldn't express myself fully. I was like, yeah, I was looking for words, you know? So language barrier, not a big one, but developing my language was a process that I needed to do. I would say like in 3 months or 2 months, I was good with my English.
What support service or resources did the university provide for international students? What are those things they did to make you feel at home, make you feel lively and...
Okay, so in my study, I don't know how is it in your, we have home groups in the first 2 years.
Okay.
And home groups are a class where you talk about feelings, what's bothering you outside of college.
Okay.
So you get to be more like a community. Okay, now we don't talk about college, like what's happening in your private life. So that way you get to express if something's bothering you, if you have questions and stuff like that, you know, housing and stuff, anything. So home groups are one good thing. What did Saxion also provide me with? I don't know, they're generally a friendly based. Like the teachers, they say to us, call us by names. You don't have to be professor this, professor that. In my country, in your country, it's probably professor this, professor that. So they try to be more friendly, more intimate with us. That's a nice thing. You feel more at home, more at ease. And generally the classes are very relaxed. They don't tell you you're not allowed this, you're not allowed that, you know. So they made a very friendly appearance in general. I don't know what you had like.
They are more friendly, like it's not, they are not strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not strict. They are more friendly, they are more open, and they love to make jokes with students.
Yeah,
they love to make you
a lot.
laugh, and yeah. So that's what's in about the Netherlands. So did you participate in any cultural activities, like any social activities?
Because I'm a physiotherapy student, we have sports day. I think now they implemented this last 2 years that I came, last 2 years.
Okay.
So every day in June, you have sports day, which we play games with teachers, you know, in teams or against. That's like, where do you get to experience that? That's a very cool thing, I think. It engages you a lot. The whole study comes and the teachers and you play together, like sports day. What else? You have like tabula rasa. I didn't join the association.
What's that?
That's like a college association.
Okay.
For like studying together, partying together. It's called tabula rasa, and it's like a community where you engage together. They have a cafe together.
Okay.
Like it's more of a clubbing cafe in the center, and it's like a community. They told us this at the beginning if we want to join, and some of my friends joined. You study together, party together, do things together. It's like a community.
Yeah,
It
that's
sucks.
nice.
You don't have to be a physiotherapist. It's for everybody. Yeah.
Oh, it's for like all students in Saxion or in SKD or
Yeah, you just Google tabula rasa and then you see.
Tabula Rasa.
Mm.
Yeah, that's nice. You see, they always try to like make students come together, get to know more about themselves, and yeah, that's a very good idea.
Yeah, because when you come at the beginning, you're very like, you don't have a lot of people, then you have to develop your friendships. That's
Yeah, you
true.
have to develop your friend base.
Your relationships.
Yeah. So, how did you build connections and form friendship with both international and local students?
How do I make connections? So
Yeah.
I don't hang out a lot with Dutch people. Not that I don't like them. It's just that I very with international students. You know, I have a whole how do you say, not class, but the whole group. We are all internationals. How do I develop friendships? Through classes, through theories, and one good thing is through job. You know, you also work, I work,
Yeah,
student jobs. Then you meet some people, and like coincidence, he's from my country. Then I meet a guy, Croatian guy, who's in Enschede. You know, and then this guy introduces me to his brother. His brother introduces me to someone.
Yeah. So from there you develop your chain, your friend chain, and
I would say college is good, but if you can get a job, it's also money. It's good for money, but you also you meet people outside of college, and these people can provide a lot of stuff to you. This guy maybe works, then he can introduce you to other people. You have to be a lot outside. At the beginning, I would recommend to every international student to be like 2 months go, you know, party outside, socialize a lot when you come to the Netherlands. Don't get into yourself for the first month, because this is the time where everybody meets everybody, you know.
yeah.
So put a bit college aside and
Socialize, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what advice would you give to other international students to help them adjust and thrive in the university and amongst themselves?
Mm. The students that are coming.
Yeah. Like, or those who just came in, who just completed the kick-in. So what advice would you give to them?
I would say, guys, make sure you get your accommodation right. Accommodation is more important than getting into college because a lot of people struggle with accommodation in the Netherlands. You also realized
Yeah.
because everybody wants to come here. It's nice, you know. So accommodation, sort that out. You can get accommodation with Saxion and Twente, but you have to apply earlier. You know this, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Where we were in IC Twente, you have Arians playing, you have Rulov, so you apply there. I think you need to apply before May for a student year. Sort out accommodation. Then we get into a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group with people.
Yeah.
Then be prepared to leave the country in general, and just be ready for a new experience. It's like you're not gonna regret it, you know. And you know,
Yeah, sure.
know that you're coming here for a reason, and you're gonna grow a lot as a person, you know. And don't be afraid to leave what you have in your country. If you don't like it, you can always come back. But when you get older, it's harder to leave because you got into habits. But if you leave at a young age, then you expand your mind and you grow as a person.
Were there any specific course or programs at the university that were particularly helpful or relevant for international students?
You have a part-time program. If you heard about honors program,
Okay.
honors program is a program where you get to lead the study. You find the teachers who you want to give education about anything. So there's a lot, like 5, 6, 7 of you in the honors program.
Mhm.
First you do some team building, then you get to find teachers from everywhere. You organize them to come and give you a study, anything related, cryptocurrencies, affiliates, or anything that falls in your mind. You just brainstorm ideas.
Okay.
It's called honors program. You should research it, and it's every Thursday for 4 hours. I did quit the program because it was very time consuming. I had to do a lot of other stuff. But that's a part-time program that you can do, and you also get a certificate of that. You get ATC points for that, and it's in Saxion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So if you want to score at Saxion, you've gotten some information now. So Saxion is a very good place to come school at, and you gain more experience and things about cryptocurrency and a lot of programs, and you gain the certificates aside from your normal study. Yeah.
And I also want to mention that I was surprised with how many studies actually Saxion has. Every time I meet a person, he studies something different. You have human resource management, then you have physiotherapy, then you have chemistry stuff, then you have digital stuff, marketing, then you have game development. You have so many programs. You should check it out on the website, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised how many stuff it has.
Okay. Did you have opportunities to share your own culture and traditions with other students?
Did I have opportunity? Yeah, we had a international dinner in the first year. I remember. Then I brought my own food. I don't know. You put your songs to them so they get to know your culture. That's very usual when you just come. You teach them your swear words. That's a very common thing. We had some, because I'm from Balkan, we had Balkan parties in Enskede 3 times, I think.
Oh,
So that was cool to experience. Romanian, Bulgarian, Croatian people come together, you know. That's nice. Yeah, you always get to share the culture. They see something you do differently, and for that you're used to that, but they're not. So yeah, I got a lot of chance to share my own culture and meet my own people here. It's very cool to meet your people in a different country.
Yeah, nice, because then you can share memories of what happened in your country. Did you hear about this story? Did you know about these events where you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's very nice, you know, in different country. Then you can interact more and laugh at a lot of things.
Yeah, because you're kind of the same, but you're in a different country.
Yeah, sure. And how did you navigate the administrative process and paperwork as an international student?
So I went with an agency. You can go with an agency. You don't have to go with an agency, but the agency helped me a lot. They translated everything into English, my diplomas. I had to write a motivation letter. I had to have an interview with the teacher. What did I also have to do? I had to send my CV. So I had to make a CV because I think I didn't have a CV before.
Okay.
Like I was 18. And the agency helped me a lot, but you can do it yourself. they tell you the motivation letter, what to change up, what to do this. It's not a big process, but it seems overwhelming in the beginning. I don't know what was your non-EU. It depends for non-EU and EU students. It's different. For me, it was much easier. I'm EU, and the process just took time. And in high school, they had to grade you. How do you think you're gonna pass? And you had to get the diplomas and all that. It was a process which took like 2 months, bit by bit, to do everything. I said the most important thing is the motivational letter, the interview with the professor, for Saxion.
Okay.
And that's how you get in.
Yeah.
Motivation letter, interview. You have to translate the certificates, the CV you have to make, and some other stuff. The agency explains a lot, but I think you can also find on the Saxion website. I don't know if you went with an agency or not.
No, non-EU, so it's different, Then I think I need to invite someone maybe from Asia or Africa to this program as well, so they can share their experience. Yeah. So have you ever experienced like homesickness or feeling isolated since you're not in your country, you're not with your family, you live alone? So how did you cope with that?
So I did experience homesickness. Now, the more I am here, the less you experience it, because you're getting unused to it. You just, I don't know how you say it in English, you just get used to the things here, and you're kind of satisfied with everything. But I do visit my country often because I'm close. I live close, so every 2 months I get into my country, and I do internships in my country. I did them. So you do experience homesickness, but you gotta realize that you're here for a point, to grow, to get education, to meet people, and you keep yourself busy, and that's how you get over everything. So I did experience, and a lot of people in the first year actually dropped out, because they see it's not for them. This is not for everybody. If you really want to grow and you're prepared, then you come here. I came here for a reason, and I said, if I come, I finish the study. I don't do it partially. You go fully into it.
That's your motivation.
Yeah,
that's nice. And did you have any interaction with faculty members or staff members that were positively impactful into your life?
The people that were impactful here.
Yeah.
I would say my teachers were very impactful, because you also get to joke with them. They're not just teachers, they're more than teachers, they're your friends. They were very impactful for me. Yeah, friends leave an impact to you. They're always gonna leave an impact to me. Yeah. I got to visit a lot of friends I got to go to countries of my friends. So I went to Ireland, Cyprus. That was a very impactful and generous thing of them to do, to invite me to their country.
Yeah.
Those are the things I'm always gonna remember. Maybe I visit them again in the future. But yeah, they did leave an impact. Every person leaves an impact on you, small or big.
Yeah, sure. How has your university experience as an international student influence your personal and professional growth?
Did it influence my growth?
Yeah.
I think a lot. I think if I stayed in my country, I would be a much different person in a worse way, We're less productive, less disciplined, less aware of the stuff. Because you learn, life is hard, You have a lot of situations, but the more you get into the situations and the more you push yourself, the more you're gonna grow, and the more less you're gonna complain. You're gonna be more tolerant. So when I came here, you get to live alone, study alone, work. You get to do everything.
Yeah.
Then I think you kind of become the man. You grow a lot, and I'm saying you also become a woman. You're a woman. I think you will get to grow up much faster in a nicer way. I would say maybe you would lose some also connections in your country.
Sure.
But you lose them for a reason, These people were not meant for you then. So I had a lot of friends that I don't hang out anymore. But I see in hindsight, it was for a reason. You lose connections and people all the time. It's filtering out, it's not a bad thing. You get to hang out with more successful people because you get to that level.
Yeah, because you have to you have to upgrade yourself,
Yeah.
That's it. You have to upgrade yourself.
And it's a process, and you gotta be prepared for that. And the more you are prepared for that, the better you're gonna be as a person.
Yes, and you have to make more connections, with a lot of people from different courses.
Yeah.
You never know who can help you. Yeah, so
you don't have to feel bad if you leave some people back.
Yeah, sure. You have to work with people, you see that, oh, I can gain from this person, and
Yeah,
it's
you
going
don't
to
look
help
at it in
you.
a selfish way, but just it unconsciously happens that you connect to the people, which I read in a book. You connect to the people that attract the same energy. You know.
Sure.
I think it's a reason that we did this podcast today.
Yeah, because, well, we've come to the end of the questions, so
Yeah.
now we can kind of interact with people. So, because I met Antonio, he was working with Section, and I've been planning this for a very long time.
Yeah.
He knew about that before summer.
Last year we met,
It's
and he
last
wanted to do
year,
interview,
so
but we're both busy people. I was everywhere all the time, so we finally sat down and did it. And I'm
now
very
today we're here, and I'm glad this will be my first
yeah.
podcast, and it was with Antonio, so it's very good, and I hope we can work together,
In the
more than
future.
this, in the future, because, and I hope a lot of students will gain some information from this, and whenever you kind of feel down, just go to the city, enjoy, like meet with people, interact with people, talk to people, share your experience, share what's bothering you with people. You never know you never know who is going to help you. You never
Yeah,
know who
yeah.
has the answer to your question.
You never know who you're gonna more meet. If you meet more people, you meet more people. Then you're never gonna. You're gonna have to meet a lot of people. Then you truly see who you want to hang out with and who is the person for you.
Yeah.
And just socialize, because life is about relationships. You didn't come here to just study. You came here to grow, to hang out, to see the culture. You came here for a bigger reason than just college. Don't forget that.
Yeah, sure.
And if you have a question, make sure to ask Rem or me or in the comments. We will be happy to help you, because we're doing this for this particular reason.
Yeah, you can share your ideas in the comment section, and if you want to be on this program, you can tell me in the comment section.
Just message him directly or through email or stuff like that.
Please meet up. So thanks for watching this show, and we appreciate you. See you next time. Adios.